Are we live? Good evening, America. We just received some very important news we'd like to share with you. Keep in mind, this is a very fluid situation. As news comes to us, we'll pass it along to you. Well, guys, guess what? I'm just pulling your leg, but there is some very exciting news. I have right here the brand new Ego 2023 products that they're releasing, and I'm gonna share them with you here today. Here we go. Can you guys feel my excitement? I am just so pumped up. This time of year, everyone is on edge because we get to see some of the brand new products that are coming out for the upcoming season, and Ego has met our expectations. Right here, trust me, I'm gonna share all this information with you. Now, keep in mind, I just have some very just introductory stuff here. I don't have all the details yet. I'd suggest going to the Ego website if you're looking for more. I'm sure they'll add information there as more comes down the pike. I'll also share it with you, but these Wednesday videos, it's not normally my thing. I'm a Saturday, Sunday guy, so this is unusual, but I'm just so happy to be here with you today. Now, in regards to their products, they have a ton of products here. They've covered the whole range. They got 5 mowers, 5 new mowers. I'm amazed by that because right now, CNN just rated their Select Cut XP as the top rated battery mower they've ever tested. So they're just beating themselves. They're topping themselves with these mowers. And trust me, you're gonna be amazed. There's also some multi-head stuff in here. There's some power inverters here and a few other tools they've sprinkled in. It is a good year for us Ego fans. So today, what I'm gonna do with you, I'm gonna just go from top to bottom through all these tools. I'll show you the images I have. We're gonna check it out and we're gonna kind of just share things. So if you have any comments, make sure you leave them right down below. And at this point, let's jump into the fun. All right, so let's start by talking about the brand new mowers that Ego is going to release for 2023. Now, this is them just unleashing on the industry. I'm gonna warn anyone out there, I think you're in a little bit of trouble if you think you're gonna release a new mower in this upcoming season that's gonna be able to compete with what Ego's offering. You know, that will yet to be seen, but so far, it looks like Ego's off to a good start. Now, along that vein, a few months ago, I reviewed the Ego Select Cut XP versus the brand new Milwaukee mower, and the Ego Select Cut XP outperformed it in cut quality. There'll be a link to that video right down below. That's for later. Right now, let's talk about the brand new mower. So the first one up, and this thing's amazing, is the LM2167 SP. SP stands for self-propelled. Now this is a Select Cut XP 21-inch mower with something new called Speed IQ. Wait for this. Now, so Speed IQ, let's talk about that first because that's really exciting. I think it's along the lines of what they're doing. Their string trimmers, which is the IQ system on their string trimmers, which automatically add string. This is called the Speed IQ. Now this is a self-propelled technology that digitally senses and adapts to your speed and your stride without any buttons, levers, dials, nothing. Somehow they baked some technology into this that will keep pace with you as you're walking. That sounds really cool and means less to operate. I'm really looking forward to seeing this mower. Now it also has, this is cool too, it also has one of the first industry first digital displays right on the handle. Let's look at the picture. You can see, you kind of can't see the display, but you can see where it's gonna sit. It's right in the middle of the handlebar right there. I expect it will look a lot like whatever's on the Z6. I'm sure it will be loaded information. They're talking about it meaning monitoring speed, battery charge status, blade speed selection in real time. It looks really cool. Now this will also include the Select Cut, which means it's got a multi-blade system. It'll probably come with a total of 3 blade sets, and that will let you adapt the blades depending on how you're cutting and what you're cutting. This thing has 8.3 foot-pounds of cutting torque. This is crazy powerful. You saw in the Ego Select Cut XP versus Milwaukee, that really did make a difference. And lastly, listen to this. This includes the brand new Ego 12 amp hour battery. This thing is huge. It's the biggest battery I've ever seen. It is powerful. It'll power this mower for up to 90 minutes. So if you want to do a walk behind mower, you want to cut a lot of lawn, this is definitely the mower you should consider. Now, I know price is on a lot of your minds, and with all this stuff shoved into this mower, I can tell you it's not going to be cheap, but it will probably be a quality, great machine. Let's call it, it may have value for you. We'll have to see how that plays out. So you can see why I'm so excited here. Now let's move along down the list. The next mower we're going to look at is the LM21 LM25 SP. This is the Ego Power Plus 21-inch self-propelled mower with touch drive. Now, what I like about what Ego's done here is they've given us a really nice range of mowers, even walk-behind mowers. And the nice thing about that is it means if you're not the guy who needs all the bells and whistles, you don't need 90 minutes of cut time, you can buy a different mower that will probably give you near the same performance as the top of the line, but it's just size right for your application. I really like that they've done that. And with these 4 new walk-behind mowers, it definitely gives a nice range. So let's talk about this mower. This is basically a touch drive. It has 6 foot-pounds of cutting torque. The touch drive means it's self-propelled technology that you basically push the handle here and it will move forward. It also has a dial so you can set the speed. Now, this includes a brushless motor. And lastly, it'll cut for about 60 minutes with the included 7.5 amp hour battery. Mower number 2 done. All right, guys, we are really grooving here. So next up, we're going to talk about 2 walk-behind mowers. The first one is model number, hang on, there it is, LM2114 SP, and model number LM2114. Now, the SP model is the self-propelled model. Now, both of these mowers come with the brand new 56-volt, 6-amp-hour battery. They deliver 6 foot-pounds of cutting torque, and the self-propelled model will run for 50 minutes on a single charge, and the standard walk-behind model will run for 55 minutes on a single charge. So these are great cutting machines. They don't have some of that brand new technology that we're seeing in the other models, but they'll cut your lawn just perfectly fine, trust me. All right, so I have to collect myself here for the last mower we're gonna talk about, and it is actually another ZTR mower. I actually saw some sort of leak of this a few weeks ago. I didn't believe it at the time, but now that I have this, I know it's real. So for those of you who didn't see anything about it, it's model number ZT4205S. Make sure I got that right. That's right. So this is the Ego Power Plus 42-inch zero-turn radius mower with e-steer technology. Now, this is unlike any ZTR you've ever seen before. It looks really different. I think it's got a really cool look. So let's talk about some of the details here. And this is something that jumped out at me. Supposedly, this has unrivaled stability on slopes up to 20 degrees. I often get the question, can I use these ZTRs on hills? And I never recommend it because I'm always fearful of that rollover, something bad happening. But they're claiming the ZTR has some sort of 4-wheel control that gives it extra stability on hills. So if you've got a hill, this is definitely a ZTR you should consider. The other thing about this, like the other 42-inch, it's 22 horsepower equivalent of gas. It can cut up to 2.5 acres with the 4 12-amp-hour batteries that are included. So that's a little different from the other 42-inch because that's 4 10-amp-hour batteries. So they've upgraded that to 12-amp-hour batteries, and that will give you a mow size of 2.5 acres, which is pretty cool. And this e-steer technology looks awesome. Now, let's stop right there because there's something I want you to see. Right on the steering wheel, they've moved that menu that used to be on the side of the Z642 and moved it right into the middle of the steering wheel, so it's gonna be right there in your face. You're gonna control it and see what's happening. I think that's going to be a super cool improvement. I'm really looking forward to seeing this in person. This mower could be a game changer. I think the big thing about this, though, to me, is its ability to mow on slope. So really looking forward to this. Great looking mower. And so I think you guys will agree with me. Ego has really outdone themselves with their mowers this year. Let's move on. All right, guys, we are moving on. The next product we're going to be talking about is the brand new Ego blower. This is model number LB6703. This is a 670 CFM blower, 180 miles per hour. Now, they do have a blower that measures 765 CFM at 220 miles per hour. And I alluded to this before. This is one of the things I like about Ego. They're actually selling a variety of different products in each category. They're not just a one-trick pony, so that you can buy the blower or the tool you need for your application that best fits your need. You don't have to buy the one that's $330 or buy the cheapest. You can buy the range which suits you, and I do like that. So this model will come with a 56-volt, 4-amp-hour battery. It'll run for 8 minutes on a single did I say 8? It'll run for 80 minutes on a single charge. And it's got a variable speed control from 250 to 530 CFM. And you know, that blower and I are destined to meet someday, so I'll show you it up close at some point. So the next product we're gonna look at has me completely fascinated, and that's because for years I told some of my subscribers this wasn't possible, but here it is. So this is the brand new MST1603 Ego Power Plus multi-head 16-inch string trimmer with power load. Now, I'll explain to you why I told people this product could never exist, but I'm kind of believing it because I see this, I see the picture, and here it is. So obviously smarter people than me overcame the problems that I thought they would have with doing this. And the reason why is because with the multi-head system, the motor and all the electronics are in the back of the string trimmer or the tool, and the string trimmer needs power up front for that power load to work. Now, what the power load is, it's a system that automatically loads string into your string trimmer. It's really cool. It has existed for some years on standalone string trimmers from Ego. How they adapted it to the multi-head, I don't know. Now, some of the specifications on this model is it will come with a 56 volt 4 amp hour battery. It's got a 16-inch cutting swatch, 16-inch swatch. It's got a 16-inch cutting swath, which is 1 inch larger than the power load, the standalone power load with Link IQ. I think many people who are already invested into the multi-head system will be very happy to see the Ego has released a system that includes the power load on it. So thank you, Ego. So I know I'm really starting to sound like a broken record here, but the next product we're going to talk about is one that I hear again and again and again from many people they're wanting Ego to make. So here it is, very exciting. So this is PS1001. This is the Ego Power Plus 10-inch telescoping pole saw. So they actually have a pole saw adapter that fits into their multi-head in the past. This is actually a standalone pole saw. Let me tell you some of the features of this. Now, some of these I don't understand yet because I haven't seen it. They have something called an industry first LED line indicator for more accurate cuts. I don't know how that's going to work. They say that it works under dark shaded canopies, so you can get low light. I think it just helps you see what you're cutting or helps you align your cut. I'm not sure, but it sounds very cool. Now, this is a telescoping carbon fiber shaft that it extends up to 16 feet, so it's 16 feet high, which is pretty cool, and it's supposedly it's 30% lighter than other pole saws. Now, the other cool thing about this, and I think they've taken this technology from some of their saws, their chainsaws, is they have a tool-free tensioning, which provides fast precision chain tensioning so you can get back to work faster. So this will make 100 cuts with the included 56 volt, 2.5 amp hour battery. All right, we are moving right along. Now this next product, I have to say, I have been so satisfied with any Ego hedger I've ever used. I think they have something that will cut like branches up to 1.5 inches. They have a brand new hedger here that I'm showing you. This is model number HT2601. This is Ego Power Plus 26-inch hedge trimmer. Now, what's unique about this hedge trimmer is that it does 3,400, did I get that right? Yeah, 3,400 strokes per minute for fast, clean cuts. It does have a carbon fiber rail, which the other hedgers I've used from Ego are steel. Again, you'd have to be pretty hard on these to break those older models, but carbon fiber should mean lighter and stronger. For its durability. They say it can rotate 180 degrees, the handle on it, which is pretty cool. All right, guys, it is time to discuss the last product that Ego's releasing this year, and this one's different from everything else we talked about. I'm actually surprised to see this on the page, but very excited, and that is the Ego Power Plus Nexus Escape 400 watt power inverter. This is model PAD 5000. Now, I am really happy that Ego has made this. The reason why is currently they have a 100 watt power inverter, which is a little small for a lot of electronics and things that require power. And then they have the 2000, which, I love because it can power my house. But portability, it's got some other limitations. So this is smack right in the middle in my mind, and I'm really happy about it. So I told you it's 400 watts continuous, and guess what, guys? For you electrical nerds out there, it is sine wave. That the 100 watt was not sine wave, so some sensitive electronics had problems with this. Sine waves means you get a nice, clean power curve. most products, electronic products, will work really nicely with sine wave. Now, as I said, it's 400 continuous, 800 peak, so that gives you a nice startup range. I'm really excited about that. It can power 3 devices simultaneously via one USB-C port. Okay, let's talk about USBs. It's got a USB-C, it's got a USB-C PD, which is supposedly a 100-watt USB-C port, and it's got a USB-A port. So USB-C is sort of the new standard that everyone's moving towards. It's that oval one. Apple doesn't have it yet because they're still Lightning, but if you're on a Android phone, you probably have a USB-C. Lots of laptops are USB-C, so USB-C is becoming more prevalent. It's nice to see that built into this inverter, and that is awesome. All right, everyone, so hopefully you enjoyed this product release. Here's the details. If you want more information, there's links down below to the Ego website and all these products. Also, I'll keep you apprised of anything that's happening in the Ego world, of course. And like always, I'm going to ask you if there's some sort of Ego product you wished was in these sheets right here. Make sure you leave that item down below. Hopefully Ego will watch what we're doing here, and next year we can talk about it. That's it for now, guys. Make sure you subscribe, like this video, and check out those videos right there. See ya!